How are you?
Good.
Fine. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Have you gone through the videos, websites I have given last time? I posted some videos at the end of the slides, isn't it? Did you go through? You didn't go through? No time? Hmm? Did anyone go through this video? I posted last. Okay. It is also important because you are learning more, right? In 1.5 hours, we can only give you briefing, some guidance on hardly on the slides that we have prepared, right? But for more learning and firm, reinforce what we have learned in the class, you really have to go through those selected videos, which will give you more information, clarification on what you learn, and for preparation for your future. I don't test on the videos, so don't worry. There will not be any testing on the video content, but it's important that you are aware of all these regulations, especially for safety. If you take safety, all the regulations, sections, act, and the mode of processing, right? Today we are going to see some equipments. Some of the operations I will show in video. I've also posted some videos today. It's good you go through those videos, okay? Please don't ignore it.
What do we in CN? Did you post it, teacher?
No, I post in, sorry, I didn't go through CN last time because I want to formulate the MS team first because all of you are here in CN. I posted under files section. If you go to the team, MS team of this class, you can see the menu, top menu as file. One section is file. You want me to show that? You can find your files there. Just a moment. I share and show you the file there. You can make use of that. Mm, Okay, can you see the all themes, and then there are some assignment grades? Can you see that?
Yes.
Under that, you can see files, isn't it? See here files. Click these files under your team, construction technology class team, files, class material. Under this, I posted all the class materials. Last time I also posted the amended course outline because we changed the marking, right? I posted the amended course outline and all the classes. Every week classes I posted here until last week. All right. Okay. You have to follow the weekly slides and then please have a read through first of all. Right. Any question in the last class? Any question? No question. Okay, let's start the class. Start recording.
Teacher, I can find the slides in the file section.
Today's slide.
Yeah, for the slides that you have uploaded in the files section, I
How
can
come you
find it.
didn't get it? Okay, you just email me. I will attach to you. I have it
Okay,
is
thank
there.
you.
Just now I show you, right?
Yeah, I saw now, but
Okay.
when I trying to get it, I can't get
Maybe
it.
you joined lately. That's why you didn't get the slides. Can you all see the PowerPoint slides today? Week 5 Wednesday class. This one. Week 5 chapter 2.1 site planning.
No, not yet.
Miss, this one slides still haven't uploaded, right?
Yeah, not yet uploaded.
Okay.
Because I want to see how much I can finish today. Because very lengthy one. That's why I didn't upload. One moment. Where is the slide? The PowerPoint, right? Okay. Can you see the slide now? Can you all see the slide now?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, miss.
What you read?
Yes.
What is there in the slide?
Site planning.
Site planning.
Site planning, week 5,
Site
right?
planning, miss.
Okay, good. Thank you for your attendance last week, but unfortunately nobody told me that. I also ignored this one. I need to share the video while taking the attendance. I never did it. It's all showing only the slides, class slides, while taking the attendance. Very unfortunate. I couldn't take video of all students. Maybe we may have to organize next time. For this, I need one monitor for this class, not only for this purpose, overall coordination. Sometimes I give permission for him to present, for him to talk to you as a presenter. May I choose one monitor for this class, or you can propose anybody, or you volunteer yourself? One voting is for Hu Jin, HOO, right? HOO. Hu Jin. Propose. Spelling Jen. Come on, anyone can volunteer or propose class monitor for this construction technology?
Ma'am, what are the duties of class
Oh, Siang
monitor?
Jun.
What?
What are the duties of class monitor?
Not much, not much. You will be coordinating with the students again through MS Team, through this team class only. Sometimes I give you permission to communicate to them. Number one, start with better. We take one videograph of all students' face. End of the class, you can organize for another 10 or 15 minutes. It will take just 10 minutes only. One by one, you call name, then their face will come. You can take the video. Once you take the video, all pictures of the, if I go to application, it's very old face. Very young one, very not a recent one. It's better we take attendance of all students, and then I know who is who, right? It's something like imaginary, truly virtual. But even in virtual, we can see the faces, but here I cannot see anybody. All right. Most of the time I'm with the slides. It's very unfortunate. I cannot recognize anyone. For that purpose, number one, we have to take videograph of all students while calling the names. Just appear like student 1, you have to show your face. Switch on your camera, switch off after your attendance done. One by one, you can show the face so that we have list of students in our class. We know each other. Okay. Come on. Who can be the monitor?
Ma'am, I would like to propose my name, Harshita.
Very good. Harshita.
Yeah.
Harshita. Reddy, right? Harshita Reddy.
Yes, yes.
Very good. Give a big hand for her, everybody. Let's welcome Harshita Reddy as our guest. Thank you. Thanks for volunteering. Like it. Let's go on to the class. Last class we saw assessment. What are the changes we have made based on the meeting conducted by faculty and the Senate? Are you all aware of it? I posted the amended course outline on the file section. Please take the file and read once again what are the assessment. Based on this, I will be posting at the end of the class today one form. That form is for attendance as well as for your giving topic for your theme presentation. You have to mention your topic. Just spend another 2 or not 2 hours will not require. You may have your topic already in your hand, or you can browse through, read through some articles related to construction technology. Choose the one you are interested that you can present. It is quite familiar to you and you are interested in. You can give the topic, just the heading only, the title only. If possible, just 2 or 3 lines about what you are going to present. Later, you will be presenting your slides, preparing your slides. When you are presenting, you have to use these slides. Okay.
Teacher, are there any group works?
No group work. All are individual.
Okay.
Today attendance is submit the what we going to present the topic, right?
No, I have introduced 2 questions there. One is for attendance. Second question is for writing your title of the presentation.
After writing the topic, can we change suddenly change?
There is a possibility, but it's better to stick to the same topic because you may overlap with others. While collecting the title, I will be checking whichever is overlapping. Then I will ask the people for amendment. It's better not because 3 minutes only. You can spend hardly 1 or 2 hours to choose your topic. For example, you can choose robotics and drones flights for supervision of site work, or TRX project, or any projects in successful projects in China or Japan. And the recent one in Bandaraya Tower in KL, or any other projects like blockchain technology. Using blockchain technology, you can use in project management. You can handle your project scheduling. You can talk about that. Or otherwise, what else? There are plenty of things. If you type construction technology, a successful project, you can also talk about failure project. One time, sometimes back in 2000, way back in 2000, they talk smart tunnel has failed. It doesn't serve the purpose, although it was constructed by giant people from Japan, Australia. There is a failure. You can talk about that. What is the construction failure occurred and why? Just 3 minutes only. Okay. You can choose projects, you can choose technology, you can choose materials or methods related to construction, right? For example, you can choose, you can choose these types. Or 3D printing. Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Dubai is the #1, right? They have introduced a 3D printing, concreting. So you can talk about what 3D printing is doing, what's advantage, disadvantage, who are all the successful people. It's better you introduce your company and say for example, Kima Shu, she is doing the 3D printing. And then another one, Cyber Construction in Saudi Arabia. They are doing 3D printing. And who is using drone pilots? Mostly in Japan. Japan companies, they are using nowadays drone projects with all the supervision. Every part of the work is done by supervision by the flights or flying things. Okay. So you can mention the company if possible. It is always welcome. You are aware of who is using this type of technologies, right? And then I will just introduce the rubrics to you. But maybe next week I give you the rubrics. This week you please give the title first, so that you are ready with. Okay. And then next one we saw describe the roles and responsibilities of safety officer engineers, right? In the context of at the site, and for the workers and for passers-by. How are some rules and regulations only we saw, some of the laws, but more specifically you can observe information from the slides, the websites I have given to you, right? Any question in the last class? Any question?
No.
No question. Any question in the last class?
All the construction worker having the insurance, right, paid by the company, right?
Yes. They have to be insured, must be insured, that is mandatory, right? And being paid by the company. Okay. Any other question?
So Miss, when we need to submit the title for you this week by this week?
No, I have given just 2 hours only. 6:30 we are finishing class. Before 9 you need to submit. It can be a broad title.
Okay. When where we submit?
Because I have introduced in the very yeah, I told you in the very first week. Last week also I told you have to be ready with the title and start preparing for your presentation. So should have been done some groundwork on that. Today it's better we finalize the title.
So we have to submit the project title.
Yes, the presentation
today.
title. Yeah.
Yes, building materials is okay, right?
You want to talk about building material.
Yeah.
It's better to be specific. There are about 200 million, 200, I'm telling you very less, 300 building materials are there. Can you suggest at least one? Like stonework, earthwork, something like that. Make it a bit specific. Any other question?
Miss, next week, Monday, public holiday, right?
Yeah, many public holidays. So maybe we should have a replacement class. I didn't know. What is that?
No.
What is that on Monday?
Agong birthday.
Oh, Agong's birthday. Which place? Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, Malaysia.
Yang Agong.
Oh,
Yang
for 2 hours, whole of Malaysia, right? Okay. I will check the slot for you. If there is necessary, I will conduct the extra classes because 3-4, I think 3 public holidays we lost already by next week, right? Okay. Yeah, public holiday we follow, observe the public holiday, but if necessary, we will conduct the replacement class, right? Because theory is better, we complete all the classes. Okay, any other question?
Sorry, Miss. Because just now I coming late to this class, so I don't know. Today we need to submit. We need to answer the question and also submit the title for you, right?
Yeah, it's in one form. No need to enter many forms. There is one form. It will pop up at 6:30. You can start answering. 2 questions only.
Oh, all right.
Miss, same here. Where can we find it?
It will be posted at 6:30. I said the time.
in
MS
CM?
Team. All in MS Team.
So that's include our attendance already, right?
Yes.
Right. Thank you, Miss.
There are 2 questions. Number 1 question for attendance. Number 2 will be for writing your title of the presentation. Theme presentation for 3 minutes in week 12 to 13. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't organize Kahoot because so many theory we need to complete. Let me complete at least one more topic. Together with that, we will organize for Kahoot by next week, right? Okay. Any question? Any other? Okay. For today's class, the title is on site planning, right? We are moving. So far, we have been at the office, right? Like construction office. What are the rules and regulations? We are about the documentation, safety. All preliminary works of any construction project was studied so far. Now we are moving into the site. When you go to the site, you are given the site assignment maybe by the owner or by the contractor. Once the site is given to the builder, you have to go to the site, your work starts. The very first and the preliminary or the first work, inception of the construction work is by site planning. What's the use of site planning? Anybody? What comes to your mind when I say site planning? Site planning.
Layout of the building.
Okay. We started. Layout should be ready before, isn't it?
Okay.
Layout should be ready before. It's office work again.
Top view of land.
Form work.
Top view.
All these all drawings, layout, details, all have been done at the office already. Now we are moving into construction, actual construction of the building. When you go to the site, you are given a barren land. Your planning starts. Site planning starts, right? I'm asking, when I say site planning, what comes to your mind? What you are supposed, maybe what you are supposed to do when it is site planning?
The foundation.
Very good. So you must look for the foundation. Started with foundation because the construction work is going to start with the foundation. In the planning, you should include all information about the foundation. I start planning for a foundation. How the foundation, what is the type of foundation, what is the depth, etc. Okay, any other answer? We will correct later. I'm going to anyway give you the information. Based on that, we can correct. I just want to know how much you know before I give you the class. Any other information? Site planning is necessary.
Cut and fill.
Cut and fill, excavation. He's saying about excavation. Excavation is coming to his mind when I talk about site planning. Then, yeah, you are moving slowly into the topic. Any other? Okay. So once you learn this topic, what are the outcomes? Again, we are at a CLO2, the topic course learning outcome, CLO2, which has building elements, right? Under CLO2, you'll be learning about all the building elements in this course. So one of the element is the site. Start with the site. Let's see what are the planning material elements you're going to study today. To assess general suitability of the site for the proposed work. So you must check the feasibility, or it's not just suitability, feasibility of the site for the proposed work. Proposed work may be a construction of a building, residential building, school building, medical center, water treatment plant, or a processing center, Coca-Cola plant, processing plant, anything might be. Second one, to afford an economical but adequate design, right? Once you Yes, please. What happened? Any question? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. To afford an economic, so the planning is important so that your budget of the building is planned very well, right? Budget, technical issues, everything can be sorted out if you plan ahead. To forewarn ground problems and difficult local conditions during construction. So if you plan properly from the beginning, you will avoid some unforeseen situations which will occur in the future during construction. Problem. Can you please off your microphone? Okay. Difficult conditions during construction can be for what are the problems that can be faced future. You can predict what are the problems, what are the causes, what are the difficulties in the future beforehand. To investigate the occurrence and causes of all natural man-made changes, conditions and their possible results. So what if there is a depth of, if you dig the ground for about 10 meter, 20 meter, what will happen? You should be aware of if you plan properly, if you test the soil properly, isn't it? For example. Then note 3 and 4 are to reveal and make provision for difficulties that may arise during construction due to ground and other local conditions. So overall, this class will be helpful for knowing surface and subsurface conditions, right? Before you start construction, you will know characteristics, features of surface and subsurface conditions, which will avoid any future troubles, which will avoid any future expenditures. You can plan your building within the budget or even less than the budget plan and the time plan for you. Okay. Next. All these regulations and the standards are available in BS. We all follow overall, and globally we are following British standards. So, later European codes came out. Now we are using together. Some companies are purely using British code. Until now they are using British code. Some companies they use Euro code. Some other companies they may mix up design. They use Euro code. For other, even when some of them is not still changed. They are still using BS codes for concrete, the grades, the specification of the cubes, the molds. They are still using British codes. So we follow British standards overall. You may be in Sudan, you may be in Saudi Arabia, you may be in Malaysia, China, India. We are still borrowing the information from British standards. Number is CP 201 1957. Site investigation. If you want, you can type and see Google for reading more on this. Put its objectives as above. And these are the things I borrow all these objectives from the standards. Once you know what is site planning and the information behind, you will know, you will come out with all these applications, all these activities under site planning, especially on knowing characteristics and features of surface and subsurface conditions of the site given to you for construction. Okay, right. The hierarchy or the flowchart before the planning. For planning, you should know where to start, where to end, right? It starts with site investigation, site preparation, site clearing, lastly earthwork. So with that, your job is done for site planning. Then you move on to basement, slowly superstructure and so on. Okay. We'll see one by one what are they. Soil investigation work. It's very interesting to see here. This was some of the what do you call geological things you are seeing here. Soil strata is given here. A profile of the soil or soil setup below the ground is given here. You can see topsoil, A horizon, and then little organic matter and bedrock. Okay, come on, answer me. When you do the excavation, you need, say for example, take the soil sample as it is. When you do the excavation, what's the purpose of doing excavation? Anybody? Hello, are you there?
To
do the
Foundation.
Foundation, yes.
Footings, you maybe piles or shallow or raft or just the brickwork or a concrete work, right? You need to put the foundation for the your structure, right? The foundation should reach which point? Any idea? Is it topsoil, little organic matter, the middle one, or the bedrock, or even below? What is that? Oh, I'm just testing your common sense. Nowadays, because of more use of computer media, we lost using our common sense. Sometimes you must trigger that. Please answer me. Which your foundation,
The bedrock.
the pile, and take for example pile. It's a loose soil. You need to construct by piling. The pile should go until
The bedrock.
very good. The hard surface, right? Bedrock. You can even penetrate below, but you must at least reach bedrock until the bedrock. So your pile should be sitting at the bedrock or at the bottom of the layer or strata. We call this as a layer or strata or tier. It should be sitting here. It is very safe if the pile is driven until this point. So to know what is the what is sound coming in? What is the profile of the soil below ground? You need to do the scientific investigation. Just it is an idea of how the underground soil layer looks like. Something is going on. Okay, what is site investigation? What is site investigation? A small question. A complete examination, investigation, and testing of surface and subsurface soil and conditions. Right? As a site engineer, field engineer, or a project manager or a builder, you should be knowing first of all what is the soil condition above and below, because there are different types of soil, right? So top soil, bottom soil with some minerals, and bottommost maybe bedrock, maybe clay, maybe water, right? It differs. Underground, if you dig, you may reach different types of soil layer, and they call aquifer. You must know what type of aquifer they are, what type of soil they are, what are the characteristics of the soil below, so that you can advise for proper foundation. Okay. Also the reporting. The purpose of investigation is to understand the surface and subsurface soil by examining, investigating, and testing. Second, to report from the investigation so that you can plan for your further design, detailing, right? Come on, answer me. What is the it's a site investigation, right? Site investigation, you complete all this testing, everything. Some question stuck in my mind. Okay, I will ask later. So this is the thing you start with, right? Okay. What comes to your mind? Which type of engineer will be involved in? I asked the same question in the last quiz. You please recall your quiz and answer me. These kind of investigation, testing, surface, subsurface soil, and reporting on the type of foundation, all these things will be done by which type of civil engineer? You know, there are different branch of civil engineering, right? Which type of civil engineer is role to do this job?
Geotechnical.
Very good. Maybe they are all year semester 4. Year 4 students. Geotechnical or foundation engineer, soil engineer, soil scientist. Soil scientists can help to do this. So all the geotechnical information, geotechnical parameters have to be determined very first. So the job of geotechnical engineer comes in later only, at the site, right? Before this, we saw what civil engineer is doing at the office, what design engineer is doing, what safety officer is doing, right? When you come to site, geotechnical engineer starts the job of soil testing. Okay, basic scope of site investigation work. See here, there are a list of things that has to be covered under site investigation. Desk studies and site investigation, site visit. Okay, some groundwork, some forms, some rules and regulations, approval. Even for drilling, you need to get approval. So approvals, all this desk work has to be done, and then visit the site, boring, start sampling, once you sample, you can do the testing, and sometimes it may be sent to the lab or sometimes in situ. Sometimes you need to wait, giving to the department, getting reply from or response, the results from department. So these are the.
What do you mean by boring?
Boring is drilling a hole.
Oh, okay.
For piling especially. Okay. Even for testing we use this. I will explain more later. So these are the things that will be coming under site investigation. I repeat, under site investigation, the tasks are desk studies, groundwork, you can say groundwork, or documentation work, and site visit, boring, sampling, field testing, and lab testing. Come on, number 1, boring machine. Boring, you have to drill augers or borings to take out the soil. It may be for taking out the soil or for drilling the pile inside. Okay, I will do this one clear. You are seeing a boring machine which is used for the purpose of excavation. We will see one by one how they are being used. Now we are only doing site planning, site investigation. This site investigation has some examination and testing. For examination and testing, you need to do sampling, right? Come on, let's see one by one. Boring machine. You can see the picture here, boring machine. It has a tripod, okay, the stand. I mean, most of you have covered surveying, right? Surveying already done, right?
No. Yes.
Maybe 50% of the student, around 30% of students are completed surveying module. In that, you host or you stand by the equipment on a tripod, isn't it? What is the purpose of tripod? Here, tripod. What's the purpose?
For maintaining level.
To
For maintaining level. I mean, making it stand exactly.
support, just support, right? Support and maintain level. Support the equipment, firm the equipment to the ground. Otherwise, it will be shaking. If it is shaking, you cannot make the measurement, right? So for supporting the equipment and maintaining the level, as you said, right? Good. Then see here the equipment, the bore, right? Boring machine is here. It will drill the hole to drive the. It may be for sampling. It may be for using for piling. Okay, next equipment. This is most important. This one is for big projects, for piling, for foundation purpose. Second one, this one. This is most important. You should all know for testing purpose, for examining the soil, investigation of the soil. Macintosh Pro. Okay, this one you will be using in your laboratory. I think some of you might have used. Anyone have used before Macintosh Pro? Please answer me. Has anyone used before in your project, capstone? Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Macintosh Pro.
Macintosh Probe in geotechnical engineering lab, soil lab. No one.
Yes, yes.
No, miss.
Few
No,
few
miss.
might year 4 few might be might have studied or used in their laboratory class under geotechnical paper or any other paper, I mean soil related paper. Okay, this is the it's called penetrometer. Simple word I can say, penetrometer. It will penetrate the soil, give you the sample, give you the information about the soil strata below the ground, right? We will see how this is used. There's also nice videos you can watch. I posted many videos at the end of the slide, but this video we will watch in a while how this equipment is used. Okay, you can see here the arrangement. Number 1 is, we'll start from here. This is the cone. It has a sharp edge. It has a sharp edge so that it will cut the soil and be driven into the soil. So cone of some length, about a foot or bigger, depends on the purpose of the testing. This is the guided rod. The rod, it will support. I mean, the guided rod will support the cone or the cutter, and then it will have some length. It goes up to 10 meters, and then it has a different, connected rods. It's not just 10 meter one stretch. Maybe 3 meters, another 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. It depends on the purpose. Then coupling to connect further, connect between rods, and then there is a support. Okay, there is a support again, supported by the coupling. On top you can see the drop hammer. This steel ring will be dropped every time to penetrate the rod inside, to do the hammering action onto the rods so that the cone will penetrate into the ground. You will see the video for before I show this one. I will see the video first so that you know how this is being used. Just a 3 minutes video only. 3 or 5 minutes. More than I talk, the video can explain you more better. This one is from Malaysia. Sorry. This one is from Malaysia. If you cannot understand anywhere, you can stop. I will redo it. Just 5 minutes only this video. Can you
Miss,
see?
you're not showing the video.
Yeah. One moment. I'm just sharing the slide. There are many videos you can see, but this one is more informative. That's why I picked this one for you. Okay, come on. Listen carefully. Is it audible? It's done already. Okay, close this first. Okay. So what do you see from the video? How to use this Macintosh Pro, right? How to use it. The purpose of this Macintosh Pro is to test the soil beneath the ground. It's simply called as penetrometer or penetration. The test is called penetration test to know about the soils that are below. You can also take soil sample from this to test for other properties, geotechnical properties like soil density, soil moisture, bearing strength, bearing capacity, and so on. Okay, even the classification of soil also you can take, but depending on the amount of sample you're collecting. So many purposes served by this Macintosh Pro. Every company, builders should have, even the universities, they should have proper Macintosh Pro. Nowadays they are dynamic. There are dynamic. You don't need to blow. They are automatic. I mean, motor driven blowings are there. Dynamic Macintosh are there. You can use it. Depending on the company, they will have manual or this type of Macintosh Pro. You should know how to use and what are the advantages of using it. Mainly to know geotechnical properties for sampling, for understanding the characteristics of the soil beneath the ground, and also for geotechnical properties. You see here the record. Just now they were talking in the video. So they take the video. I mean they have the observation like this. For the 0.1. I mean, for every 40 blows, they reach until 0.3 meter. The rod has been driven until 0.3 meter. Another 32, they're driven up to 0.6. Another 12, they're driven up to 0.9. So it keep on driven into the ground to know how the soil strata below. According to the video, they said it can reach up to 400 or 15, right? You have to reach the distance of, here, where is it? 15 meters, not here, huh? Not reach at all. But this is a different data. So you have to reach maximum of 15 meter or 400 blows, right? If you reach 400 blows in a shorter interval, shorter dip, then the soil strata is very good. You reach a hard strata very quickly or within short depth. Means you are saving money for your foundation. You don't have to go deeper. Just there, for example, within 1 meter you reach hard rock. Maybe you're building a house on the hill station. Then you reach within 1 meter very hard rock. Then you can save and you can have a not only this type of what do you call, we do not know what is the type of soil below, right? It's not necessarily a hilly station or hilly area. Even any terrain which has a hard strata will be found by using this type of penetrometer. At what depth you can reach the hard surface so that you can stop your foundation there. You can decide your depth of foundation. You can decide your economy, your money spent for your foundation. You can check, right? Not only the foundation, also properties of the soil. Properties of the soil is important. Not only the properties of soil, contamination. You will know the character, the properties of the soil, whether it's a contaminated soil, the quality of the soil. I mean to say quality of the soil also you can determine by using these samplers. Okay. See, you will know more in geotechnical paper if you conduct the test using this, or you go for capstone project. You really have to conduct this to design your building. That time you'll know, you will have a chance to use it. Okay. Now, relationship between what are the results? Some other results also you can see here, very interesting. SPT, standard penetration test in blow per feet. So you see here, they found based on the distance they achieve. They say very soft, medium, stiff, very stiff, hard. They reach at 30 feet, right? They reach at 30 feet. Well, how much meter? 30 feet means? Hello? It's a blow, right? Sorry, over 30 blows. Huh? Sorry.
10 meters.
Okay, it's a blow. Sorry, it's a blow. Blow per feet. It's a blow only, no meter. Okay. You can take what do you call, disturbed soil or undisturbed soil. There are different types of tests you need to conduct to know the strength, compressive strength, flexible strength, variable purposes, variety of purposes it will be serving. Maybe for the design engineer, you will be feeding the data for the design engineer, or for the environmental engineer, and so on. You can use this for sampling. No, the comparison and then JKR, Malaysia record, so it is written as JKR, Jabatan Kerjaraya or Macintosh Pro. They have actually Macintosh Pro is there's another one, better one designed by JKR itself, that you can see in the video. I have posted another video which has JKR's Macintosh Pro. They design their own customized Macintosh Pro for their testing. It is it will be interesting for you. You can watch later. And then this one, next property, and some of the other properties you can see here. Let me increase the size. Same thing. Table 1, table 2. Oh, table 2. Relationship between SPT Macintosh Pro allowable soil pressure. Last one is the compressor stand. This is soil pressure, density. Maybe the land is sandy, have rich in sandy, so they do this one. Very loose until 4 blows, until very dense up to 50 blows because sandy. So soil pressure also can be determined. And then soil investigation continued. So we are still in the first topic, soil investigation. Maybe this topic is having 4 subheadings. Number 1 is soil investigation, then soil clearance, and then foundation design, and so on. Okay, I will do one by one. We are still in the first topic, soil investigation. Subsoils shall be carried out at very early, right? By this test, by using Macintosh probe, you can know what is the strata below the ground, what is the nature of the ground given, and decide what type of structure it could be, whether you can go for a high-rise building or a bungalow or just a terrace house, and so on. Stage for the purpose of designing a building, and they're planning in 3 phases. Okay, this site investigation can be in 3 phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Collection and available information, preliminary reconnaissance or site visit. We can say this as a site visit, a preliminary site visit, detailed soil exploration. So under site planning or site investigation, you will be doing these 3 tasks. Collection of information means the soil information, soil sampling. Site visit, you must see whether the site is occupied by somebody, how much is what is the land use before you occupy the ground. What is the land use? Is it a forestry? Is it a agriculture land? Is it barren land? Is it used for disposal, and so on? Okay. And detailed soil exploration. Detailed soil exploration will have what is the porosity of the soil, soil moisture content, soil classification, and the properties of soil, and so on. Phase 1, collect available info. So in addition to that, under site planning, you will have under phase 1, the collection of information will be, just now I told all about the soil information. In addition to that, you will do topographical map. What is the lat long of the building, right? What are all the roads, available roads? Where is it? And the admiralty charts, tide tables. If it is near coastal area, you are building a resort, you should know tidal tables, meteorological and other records, local info, district officers, district surveyors, subsurface conditions of the area, and local newspapers, records, and so on. You can read all these things in simple English. You can understand what are the records to be maintained or created when you go into the site under site planning. Mainly to say, number 1 is the location of the site, number 2 the soil information, number 3 the point, where is the main line, electrical main line is where from you're going to draw the electrical line, and where is the municipal water supply line going. Last one, the road, which road, at what distance it is connecting, whether it's any crossing any highway, how you are going to link your building to the main highway or nearest to roadway. These are the things you should be knowing in the very beginning. All these things are necessary for construction itself, not only for the future dwellers. For construction itself, you should be knowing this preliminary information to be collected and recorded. Report to your project manager. Phase 2, preliminary reconnaissance survey. Sometimes we call this as a survey. What is going on? Give picture of the topography. Geology. Geology means the soil strata below the ground. By using Macintosh probe or any other soil drilling equipments, you can study the soil strata below. Carry out topography survey if necessary, supplementary by aerial photos. You can also survey by aerial photos or drone flights. Examine geological features by walking over the site. Wear proper shoes, proper attire. Take the jeep. You can even take the jeep or truck to go around the site. See whether it is undulated, flat terrain is given, any high depression is there, right? What is the type of nature of the ground given to you? Make exploratory pits, boring to determine depth and succession of the strata, their variability. These are all very important to avoid future problems. You can see many accidents, right? Recently, the earthquake happened in Gompa, Slangur area. Remember? Anybody know? 2 days back, I think. There's an earthquake near the residential area near Gompak, KL Gompak area. So you can avoid such problems in future or during the usage, during the service period by proper investigation in the beginning itself, right? You are saving people. You spend time to proper testing, recording, and decide about the foundation, and hence you save people. So it's so important that the testing is complete and reported properly, right? Yes.
How do you know about earthquake by soil investigation?
Type of soil. Sorry. Number one is type of soil. Number one is type of soil.
Yeah. You mentioned earthquake now.
Yeah.
So how do you know how to make sure?
No, you mean what type of test to be done, right? What type of test to be done to make sure my site is free from earthquake, right? Okay, number one, you have to take the map. You have to take your map, check with the urban planning board, most probably with the urban planning board or housing board unit of the region or the country, national board. Check with them. They have the maps. What are all the earthquake prone areas? What are the vulnerable areas? Loose soil. Based on the geotechnical studies in the previous record, you can observe whether you can find out whether your particular site is located in the either in the flood prone area or in the earthquake region or not. Maps are already done, but you need to check whether it's recently done. Every 3 years or every year, supposed to be done every year, the mapping, right? They have to update the mapping, but every 3 years mandatory that the maps are updated, the regional maps are updated for the flood zones, for the earthquake zones, and other type of climatic devastations. Okay, so based on not about the not by soil type of soil, the correct soil can help you only for deciding the type of foundation, right? If it is loose, you have to suggest the proper foundation. So by soil sampling is done for type of foundation, but earthquake conditions you have to use the mapping. Topographic map can help you to identify whether your zone or your region, your site given is free from any earthquake, future earthquake. There might be some predictions. We cannot say 100% is correct. There may be prediction for the future, or they would have given a scenario of what has happened in the before in that particular site, in that particular region, or by studying the map, you can understand. You can decide. Okay. Carry out the topographic survey if necessary. If necessary, in addition to geological strata that you are checking below the ground, you can also check whether topography is mainly giving you the elevations, how high, how low, right? What is the height and what is the low level, what is the highest point in the site, and so on. So for this, you can do the aerial use the aerial photograph, or there is a survey, right? In surveying, you study forgotten the things. Theodolite. Use the theodolite to do the what is that? What's the name of the survey you do? Find out topography. Contouring, common name. Have you done contouring? To know topography of the land, whether it is a flat or undulated or very deep, you have to conduct what is called topographical survey. So contouring map, have you done this in surveying? Please answer me. What is contour?
Yes, ma'am.
Contour or contour? What is contouring?
No.
Okay, whoever done, please answer me. What do you mean by contour? Line joining points of equal elevation, right? You can draw, you can do the surveying using the theodolite. You can use theodolite, or you can use aerial mapping to draw these contours. So that these are the contours which can help you to know the points of elevation. What is the height of the elevation? They will draw by graph, by aerial mapping, or by using manual surveying method to know where is the high level, where is the low point, whether it's gradually decreasing from east to west, increasing from north to south to north, and so on. You can check the gradation of grading of the soil the grade of the soil, slope of the soil in the site. Examine geological features by walking over the site, compared with the geological maps and records. Make exploratory pits. Yeah, either you can use the exploratory pit or augers or Macintosh probe or any type of probe. Manual method, even manual method, they say triangular cutting, triangle cutting, V cutting. To take a sample, you can use any type of method which is followed by that particular company to do the testing. Obtain ground, it's all not only about the soil. Where is the groundwater? I forgot this matter. You need to know where is the source of water, right? For this building, number one is the water source. And in addition to material, one of the best important material that you need to do, you need to use is water. You have to find where is the water resource for doing the construction. Is it depending on the rivers? Nearby the river, using the water nearby the river, nearby the site, or underground water. If it is underground water, you have to go for boring first. Underground water, construct the underground water tanks first to get the water supply, correct? So for this, you should also, you may also know what is the type of groundwater you having. Is a good quality, at what depth you can get your groundwater, how much you can store, how much is reliable. If it is fully, if that building is going to be depending on this underground water for water supply fully, you really have to make sure that a reliable water source is there by constructing proper bores at proper depth. Okay, and these are also important. Observing streams, ponds, springs, borings, right? It may be underground water or from nearby streams, ponds, springs, boring. So the water source also must be known in the preliminary reconnaissance survey. Extent of exercise vary greatly depending on the nature of site and extent of previously available information. Yeah, you need to you can do the new one or depend on the previous information provided. It should be recent, and you need to test at least one value. You cannot fully depend on the previous value. Phase 2.
What did you mean by the SE planning, the detailed SE planning?
Is it here?
Yeah, here.
Exploration, site exploration. Where I explain this? Site exploration. Okay, explore meaning find out more information, like type of soil, contamination of the soil, anybody. What is the land use? Who are all living there? Need to clear bushes or clear forestry, clear people, all these things. Okay. Next one. Any questions so far? Okay. Phase 2, detail exploration. Scope. To determine the scope of site exploration further is for detailed geological structure of the site, thickness, sequence, and extent of strata. Earlier one, all maps related. Number one, phase one, mostly on maps related, and background information or previous information, all paperwork. And this one into the site, which is soil strata. The second one is topography survey if necessary, reconnaissance survey, right? And these are all about the photographs and the maps. And this phase 3. Phase 3 is for real structure, real soils, structure at the site, underground site. Okay. For this, you need to know the thickness, sequence, extent of the strata. Strata means layer, groundwater conditions, mechanical properties of the in situ soil, mainly on the bearing capacity of the soil, strength of the soil, whether it's a loose soil, hard strata, full of hard strata, half clay and half rock, or sandy, silty, to obtain disturbed and undisturbed soil samples for identification and lab testing. So as I said before, some purpose you may be using disturbed soil. What is disturbed soil? What is undisturbed soil? There are molds and equipments available for taking samples like this. Some situation you need to use disturbed soil. For knowing the strength of the soil, you really have to compact it before, proper compaction, you have to prepare the soil sampling before you go for testing, right? In that case, you can take the disturbed soil. But undisturbed soil, if you want to know the strata, soil layer of the ground, you have to take undisturbed soil, so that you know what are the layers at different depths, isn't it? Right. Depending on the purpose, you will go for different types of sampling. Second topic, I think there are 4 topics: site preparation, site clearance, and site clearance is the third topic. That site clearance will be very interesting. I show some videos. And then 4th topic will be earthwork. Okay, I planned these 4 topics today. Let me see, I can finish. Okay, where we are here, site clearance, site preparation. So far we did site planning, right? What are the preliminary things, paperwork and the test work and documentation work has to be done. Second is a site preparation. What you are how you are going to prepare the site. Site is given, preliminary tests are done, investigations are done. We are going into the site to clear the site. Before clear, you prepare the site. Okay, put proper fencing. Let's see what are the things. Site preparation. What is site preparation? All activities that have been done before, actual construction work are called. What is all activities that have been done before actual construction work is carried out. Okay, I'll rewrite the sentence later. But see here, the site preparation, as I said before, you should know who are the dwellers before, whether it's a forest or it's a water body. Sometimes they close the water body to construct their building, right? Sometimes it may be a cave, sometimes it may be a hill or mine, isn't it? So you need to know what type of usage before. Then prepare the site. Very important for big construction project, because it can influence the proceeding works, right? Site clearance is important. You should not have all the bunding, right? All the dumped soil here and there, all the wastes, all the trees lying down here, cut down trees and dead bodies, or sometimes the dooms, sometimes the cemeteries beside. You should avoid all these things. Prepare the site before you start the work. A good site preparation can assist the completion of the work on time with acceptable, because you don't spend time each and every stage to clear or prepare the site. Prepare the site first, right? So that the further work will be very smooth and on time. Activities. Let me bigger the slide. Activities. What are the activities you can do it for the preparation? During site preparation are different on the need of the project, okay, and the conditions of the site. So based on the need, you can prepare the site. Among the activities normally involve site clearing, earthworks, setting up, hoarding or fencing, dewatering, temporary building and road. That's all. So these are things mainly. Just now I was saying the same thing. for preparing your site. You may be clearing, you may be doing some earthwork, you may be leveling it, you may be setting out the curves. And what are the undulation? I mean, the setting out curves itself is one of the survey problem you'll be doing in your module, survey module. You should know mainly for the transportation, doing some roadway, planning your roadway, planning your in and out communication through vehicles, especially for loading and unloading materials during construction. In future, for the dwellers, you should provide proper alignment of the road. For that, the setting out of curves will be useful in future. So this job is done during preparation of the work. Fencing, dewatering, fencing, providing the proper netting arrangement to say this is the border of the site. Dewatering, if there is any water, a pond or a spring or any small water bodies available, you need to fill up, you need to dewater them. Temporary buildings, and roads. It may be a small building blocking. It may, if it is a government building, like main housing for the electrical works or water tank, is if it is a government, you cannot remove it, you have to avoid. But other buildings like the one I say, cemeteries and some dumped materials, some dumped small broken demolished houses, demolished parts of the houses have to be removed before you start the work. Boundary demarcation. Now we are starting the border line. You can use the lime powder, or you can use proper sketching equipments to at the side. We are talking about at the side. There are nice videos if you watch to say about this boundary demarcation, how the boundary demarcation is done to start the excavation. To start, after preparing your site, you should do demarcation. Is it? Where the contractor will mark the boundary of the purpose of proposed project. This is the first work to be done after permission to enter the site has been granted. So boundary is important so that everyone will know, everyone is well informed to avoid any activities. It might be using the place or using the space for storing materials or wasting materials or misusing others' boundary. Okay. Then boundary demarcation is something like this, where I put a big one. Some, for example, you can follow the exact layout which was preferred before and mark the boundary by way of constructing a fencing or by proper painting arrangement, right? Painting, or by proper ink to divide or provide the proper layout for your building. And then boundary demarcation, for example, you can see here the thickened line, right? Thickened line. This is the map. Look, it is not a paperwork. It has to be available. The same thing should be available at the site. Aerial map of the aerial photograph should be looking like this after demarcation. Next one, site boundary. The surveyor must determine the site boundary of the construction area to avoid trespasses to the other construction area. Okay, so the purpose of the boundaries, everybody, both the workers at the site and also the people who is passing by should know, yes, this is meant for construction. You should not enter. There is a hazard inside. By proper, you can see in many places, they provide by proper boundary fencing or by tapes. They put a tape or even panels, steel panels. Some sheets are marked sheets are fixed at the boundary to divide the area from the common people using or public areas. Okay, site clearing. Third one is a site clearing. Few more minutes. Like later you can start doing your attendance and your title for today. Is this clear? Site clearing means removing all unsuitable material, including topsoil, to reduce level and ready to site to a new construction, right? Yeah, remove all the unwanted things on the site, level it. That is also important, correct? Unless you are going to design or construct a drainage system, if you start with the building work, you should level it. Normally, level it and build will be very easy. Sometimes they follow the curvature, that is risky, or spending more. And if money is not a matter, time is a matter. You can avoid time duration for clearing or leveling the site. Go for the construction following the curvature of the site given. Okay. Okay. Before I go for this theory one, let me show this one. Okay, when you talk about site, what is this one we are doing? The title, site clearance, isn't it? One moment. Site clearance. For site clearance, I will show one video. What is this equipment called? I already written there. For site clearance, you can also use backhoe excavators. This excavators is used for excavation, also leveling, also removing unwanted materials from the site. Let's see one video, interesting video on this, how these excavators are working. One moment. There are different things here, but to avoid too many talking, I introduce this video here. Where is it? Let's put somewhere here. See. Let's watch this video for a while. Is it? All our theory you can just go through and read, but this video will be helpful to match your theory. One moment, I share the slide. One moment. Are you there? Are you all there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. No, not this one. Wrongly shared. Wait, 1 minute. 1 minute. Where's this? Stop sharing. Share my video. Where's it? I can't open the video. It's here. Okay. Please watch this video. Very interesting one to know. Can you hear? Can you all hear?
No.
No, the video, we can't hear that. We can hear you.
Wait, I change the video. There's a loud one. Actually. No, not this one. Where unavailable? I played before. No, unavailable. Can you see the video? Can you see the video?
No.
Yes.
Miss, we can't hear anything.
You can't hear.
Yes.
And I check the video. I can hear. Now? You can hear?
No.
No. But you can
I
see the
think
video, right?
these sounds are not supported in Team, I think.
No, later I will check this one. Maybe I call from team. Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss, we can.
I
Yes.
changed the micro. I changed the speaker to something. Okay, Pano, please listen to this. I will explain. The operation. It is showing the. You are seeing a backhoe. How the backhoe is working. Backhoe excavator is. Can you hear this one? Can you hear now?
No.
Sorry.
No, cannot.
Okay. Need to check. Okay, I need to change the format of this. Video enable. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let me continue with the class because we have left with another few more minutes. I will check this issue. But yesterday, last time, anytime the video had problem. Last time you had I showed one video, right? In the beginning, the one I showed.
Yeah, it was also without audio.
Audio.
Sound also.
Oh, why you didn't tell me? Okay, I will check for this and I will also check by participant. Okay, sorry for
Top
that.
the construction site no sound one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I will check. Thanks for the information. I will check first, and the next time I will give you with the audio. Right. For now, let me continue with the class. But it's interesting to see real work rather than talking. Okay, all these things and the marking, clearing, you can go through. Where is it? Here. So like this type of. Oh, I need to share the slide. Okay, you can see some of the debris, some of the woodworks lying on the side need to clear, right? You can use backhoe for this purpose. You see here how this is working. You can see here, this is the operator sitting here. This is the this is called what? This is the bucket, right? This is the bucket. Well, sometimes it is having a sharp edge or a straight edge, and this is called a hood, or what do you call the extendable, or the stem, which can be increase or decrease in length according to the picking object or moving object or cutting object. Okay, and then here you can see there's another one. This is also called a backhoe, but it has a firm arrangement for moving. It's not just by tires, it has a coverage for a whole coverage for the tires, so that it can move all the rocky area or hilly area. Undulations can cover undulations properly, can travel through undulations properly. So this is also having front and back, and they have the buckets, and the back one is a cutter. The front one will be just moving things or collecting things from the site. This is another one. See here, guided bar, web or bucket we can say, and then cutting edge. Sometimes it's a cutting edge, or it may be used at the back and it's only used for collection. And this one, straight blade, the types of blades for cutting ground. Straight blades, angle blades at 30-degree angle, they put it for cutting soil. Universal blade, cushion blades, there are different types. Okay, see here the hood is used for site clearing, site clearing or site leveling. We can call this as site leveling. Demolition of buildings. For demolition of the buildings also we can, there are nice videos I put in. Sorry, the audio is not working. Otherwise you will know how to operate, what are the conditions, what are the switches you need to operate to move the hoe front and back, both buckets, front buckets and both the back, and also the hood. Okay, what else? This I will talk about this later, demolition and construction. Surplus soil. Okay, any questions so far? Any question?
Miss, after the site clearing, where the soil or the waste going to?
Number one, they try to use it back for their filling flooring. You need to fill the flooring, right? Can you put this the same thing? Sorry. Can you hear the audio now? Okay. Hi. Hello. Are you there?
Yes.
Yes.
So your question is where the excavated material will go, right? They will number one, they will dump it at the site, and it has to be used for filling purpose later on. Mainly they will be used for filling the flooring. All right. When you construct the building blocks, maybe blocks or rooms, they are covered by walls. Inside need to fill up, right? Inside it has to be filled up until the floor level. So these soils are reused for filling the flooring. Any question? Hello? Are you there?
Understood.
Any other question? I stop here. Maybe in another 5 minutes you can go for break or something. Then come back. 6:30 the information will be posted. Please don't spend a lot of time on this. Try to get a topic of your interest. Post it immediately before 9. I will not wait after 9. Please understand. I have to give attendance by today itself. Okay? I stop here. Any question you can ask me.
Topic of interest from a project. It can be from our country, right?
Yeah, your own
Any country.
Your
project.
country's projects, company, their successful things or failure, the reason. Just talk 3 minutes on this. Any other question?
Teacher, about the slides, can you upload those in CN2? Because I can't get those slides.
I will do it. I will do it today.
All of the slides. Okay, thank you.
What else I wanted to say? Today we are finishing for the 16th one. Maybe next week I will give you an assignment briefing. Any one of the assignment or something. Okay? You can take break. You can leave. Later you join for your attendance. The link will be posted in Team, MS Team. Don't go to CN and keep asking me where is it, where is it. It's in MS Team. The link will be posted in MS Team at 6:30. You left with another 4 minutes. I give you break now. Okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye. Avoid changing topic later on, please. From it, spend potential time to decide your topic firmly. Bye-bye. Good luck.
Right.
Why the audio is not working? Where is it?